Two teams with near identical records almost set to face off here tonight. It's OCAA men's volleyball, and it's here on We Did It All. Good evening, everyone. My name's Justin Prince. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the visiting Sheridan Bruins and the hometown St. Clair Saints. Both of these teams coming off losses in the most recent matches. Both of these teams looking to try and see who can get to 7th in the standings with a win here tonight. Both teams just about all set to go. Let's take a look first at the Sheridan lineup. 3-3 on the season. They hold the 7th spot for the time being in the standings. Bobby Tane starts alongside Gavin Ozinga, along with Kemma Tom. Also joined by Jason Ashley and Marcus Admanzi. Then rounding out the lineup is Sosa Omarui. That's a look at your lineup for the Sheridan Bruins tonight, as they look to try and come up from a loss against Redeemer last time. St. Clair, meanwhile, starts Eric Loss alongside Zach Walls, Mark Gallopole, as well as Nick Witkowski. Then it is Cale Wilkinson, should say. Then it's Jonas Sertosi. In the libero spot here tonight is Blake Harnadak. That's a look at the 3-4 St. Clair Saints. It's a lineup here tonight, coming off a loss to Humber on November the 19th. The battle for 7th in the West standings coming into tonight. The question is, which of these teams will come out on top? Two different skill sets amongst them. Sheridan Bruins, no more for the blocking abilities. First in the province in block assists with 20. And third in blocks percent, more than 2.4%. Then you compare that to St. Clair. They've been known more for their service game. 61 aces, 5th best in the province coming into tonight. St. Clair will be wearing their white jerseys with the green and yellow trim. Sheridan wearing their blue jerseys this evening. Just about all set to go. St. Clair will start with the opening serve here tonight. Glad to have you with us here on We Digital Productions, St. Clair Sportsplex in Windsor, Ontario. Opening serve being taken by Nick Witkowski. We're underway from Windsor. Starting off with a solid serve, set up for the bump set. Scramble on the toss. Back and bump back across. Played by the libero and Ho. Going up the middle, played from the back row this time. Played by Wilkinson all the way across. Sheridan forced to scramble. No one there to touch it. That is out. St. Clair ends up seeing the point go to Sheridan for the first point of the match. See the reason why St. Clair having to scramble all the way across near the Sheridan side. It's now O'Rooney with the serve. Scramble. Played on the set. Cross a quick point up of the net once again. Gallopole right there. By libero this time. Harnadak for the back row. Up the middle for the pipe. Yes, Wilkinson. Wilkinson coming right up towards the logo. Gets the first point for St. Clair. Now back to serve this time is Eric Loss. Loss, the first-year player from Tecumseh, plays the serve well. Played back well to the corner. Bruins respond with a point. Look at the play. Just out of the reach of the libero Harnadak. Back row. Back to serve this time, Kenma Tong. And a service error this time by Sheridan. 97 of them coming into tonight. They added 98th. This time to play it. Jonas Sertosi. Signing up for the middle. Soft touch. Yes. Right there up the middle that time for the attack, Jason Ashley. Ashley back to serve. 3-2 Sheridan, first set. OCAA men's volleyball action here on We Did It All. Sending for the strong spike again. Wilkinson with a kill once again. Set up textbook right for the corner. Wilkinson Second on the team, 51 kills entering the night. Time served away by Galpo. Trying to go across, play the barrel, heart attack. Toss it across, Galpo. Same things up for the soft touch, right to the block. Elzinga trying to push it across. Now right to the block a second time. Amansi, play continues. Over, gets one across by Walls. And again, Elzinga straight to the block yet again. Sheridan right there to respond. Tossed across by Ho. Looking for the spike yet again. Wilkinson for the kill. St. Clair takes the advantage 4-3. And Wilkinson aiming for the libero. That will bring Wilkinson back to serve. No, they switch that serve over to Gallipo again. Tossed across, and St. Clair takes advantage. Keep them off guard. No one there in the pot. Gallipo again back to serve. Laid up the middle this time. Right to the block of Walls. Bounces off of Sheridan and out. And the Saints now want to rally 4 straight points. See, bouncing that time right off the middle, man. O'Rui not able to make the play in a service error. St. Clair does have a fair bit of those this year. More than 120, 125 now with that one. That brings Elzina back to serve. 43 kills on the campaign amongst the top 10 of the team. Top 4 in the team. Played across by the Saints, however, for another point. Zach Walls credited for the kill this time. Gets it done, clipping the edge of the blocker. And served right to the edge of the net. Wilkinson. Scramble back, Walls with a fake. Off the top of the blockers this time on the swing from Gloss. Top 2 more blockers on the response for the Sheridan Bruins. Up for the swing, playing from the back row. Elzina scrambling back, able to respond though, St. Clair. See ball Gloss, and Sheridan got for the point. Look at the previous play as that one went sailing out. 5 serving 7. As now to serve Marcus Amadzi for Sheridan. Inside the top ranks in the province in kills per set. 75. And into the net it goes. And Sheridan gets the point. Replay straight into the net. It goes from Gallipo. As he stays at the service line. 6'3" player from Brampton. And too long, they say, in the back line. Their service error, St. Clair point. Back to serve this time, Zach Walls, the second-year player from Villanova. All showing some great improvement this season. 7 aces, 41 kills this season, as well as 21 blocks. Way strong. Bye-bye. All Sean Rhea can do is give a high 5 there on the Sailor. 7 serving 8. Serve again, Bobby Tang. Played up the middle. Quick play, Sertosi, scramble by Sheridan. Off the touch, side out. 9 serving 7. Rakowski back to serve once again. 14 aces this campaign. 0.56 a serve. Set. And that time into the net. So back to serve once again this opening set. Marurie, the third-year player from Brampton. Played by the libero. Bump set over to Gallipo. Played back quickly. Heart attack right there. On the other side, the swing from Gloss to Strawn. Out it goes, and we're tied at 9. Sheridan Bruins set up for the serve. Once again, back-to-back serves. Maurier. And for the back row this time. Move back to Gloss, right into the blockers. And a violation called against St. Clair. Sheridan point. See what the violation is. It was before that replay's entrance there, it appears. Point for the near side official. The serve point by Gloss this time. Straight swing down, Sertosi. Sertosi ties it up at 10. Team high, 57 kills now this season. Speaking of Gloss, back to serve again. Gloss watches two Bruins collide. Up the side. Too strong and out. And an attack error there gives St. Clair the edge again. 11 serving 10. Gloss sets it back up. Played by Lobero. Over far side. Zena in a scramble to the scores table. And the Saints running out of space there. Tied back up at 11. Nearly right into our setup here. 11 all. Dawn. Back to serve. Ken Maton. Bounced up. Moved over for Wilkinson. Response back. What a dig by Harnadak. Soft touch in response. Wilkinson forces a scramble. Whistle called. And it's a double touch. So back and forth we go in the set. Here's a look. Do you see the double touch? Coming from the scramble along the scores table. Sertosi serves. Setting up for the pipe ball up the middle. The Bruins get the point. So right there for the swing. You can see the play being drawn up quickly. Ashley back to serve. Just one service ace this season. It's time to the far side. Flips the top of the net. Setting up for Walls off the top of the blockers. Set up for the cross. And whistle. Violation St. Clair. The net was shaking on the play. Madzi on the attack. Here's the violation reason. You see right there. Walls with the long arms crossing the net by a fair couple feet. Walls brings it back down to tie it at 13. The women's team watching and cheering along from the sidelines. They're set up where St. Clair is along the edges of the grandstand. Sheridan Bruins women's team set up around midcourt. In the play. Setting things up, another swing down, another point, Wilkinson. Walls with the fake, just out of the reach of Amadzi there. Played well off the serve by Gallipo. Played really well for the point. And Gallipo, as mentioned, having a stellar season, 59 kills, 2.35%. That's top 8 in the province. And a service ace. Goes and responded with a service error. 14 serving 15. Back to serve here, Alzina. From the back row, free ball initially caught. Walls goes right to the blockers. And the Bruins tie it up at 15 again. Right into the hands that time at 6'5", Bobby Tang. Back to serve this time. Singing again. Contact on the initial swing. Gallipo right off the libero and out to the grandstands. Mark Gallipo, strong power. David Ho not able to hold on to it that time. And a soft touch on the serve, straight into the net from Wilkinson. 16-all in this opening set here on We Did It All. Move back to serve, Amadzi. Lowly played, right to the libero for St. Clair. Bumped over to Gloss. The overcommit for the Bruins sets things back up for Walls. Two players scramble for the pancake. Just tossed across by the Bruins. Moved across again. Down it goes for the point, Gloss. And Gloss with the kill right off the official to boot. That will bring Walls back to serve again. Last time Zach Walls air-mailed it. This time played off the libero. Swing and a whistle called after the Ozina swing. And it looks like a violation against St. Clair as we're talking 17. 17-all. Bobby Tane again serving. On the jump. Setting things up for Gloss again. Played on the receive by Humpmanzi. Up close. Bump back across quickly. The pass back. Gallipo, the swing. Off the touch and off the therapy table. And right off the elbow, basically, of Amanzi there. Again, another serve for Wankowski. Bruins scramble up close to the net. Good cross for the point. And that will send Omoruyi back to serve again for Sheridan. Team leading 6 service aces. Time with Amanzi coming into tonight. Just 3 kills entering the evening. Bump back on the attack, Loss, and a whistle. And it's against Sheridan. And off the rotation, St. Clair able to take a 19-18 advantage. Loss again to serve. On the float. From the back row. Cross. Was there a touch? No. Too strong of a swing from Ton. And St. Clair has the 2-point cushion they need for the set. Just look at the previous play. You see just out of the reach of the libero and a heart attack. Back to serve again is Gloss. From the Tecumseh Vista. And Gloss service error. And the error starting to come at bad times for St. Clair's service game. And our first substitution of that coming in. Tyler Bujold, the first-year player from Coburg, come in this time in the place of Tom. Used as a service specialist here. Top of a couple blockers on the initial attack. Sena able to bring it down for the kill. We're tied at 20. St. Clair going L-shaped formation, 3-3. Bujold. Then plays it off towards the middle rows. Swung down to Wilkinson. And the Bruins have a problem getting it around. St. Clair gets the point. See, off a couple different touches. The next touch would have been a 4-touch. And back at the other end. Straight to a service error, Sertosi. 21-all. Our substitution being signaled for by Sheridan. Looks like they're going with a second service service expert. Jalen Arias coming in. 2 service aces this season. Laid well off the serve. Right off into the blockers and down. St. Clair gets the point. Gallipo off the swing. Let's take a look at the replay. And watch, it goes from their side back under the net to Gallipo, and that's why St. Clair gets the point. And it looks like the officials is finishing things up with a clarification and a substitution. Gallipo. Way up the middle this time. Down the side. They say it's out. No touch. Timeout called for the first time tonight by Frank Pinto, the 7th-year coach for the Sheridan Bruins. And a close match here in this opening set between these teams. Let's take a look at Sheridan's stat lines. We talked a little bit about them entering the night. Averaging about 10 kills per set, 9 assists, 2.4 blocks. The blocks, one of the top totals in the province right now. The digs as well, 9.7 per match. That's also in the top 5 in the province. The interesting thing when it comes to the schedule, when it comes to the Bruins, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss has been the pattern. 2 of their wins have been away from home this season. Frank Pinto finishing up his discussions as we take a look at the huddle for St. Clair, looking to try and come away the opening set in this one. With the win, St. Clair can move to 500 themselves on the campaign. Move above 500 here at the Sportsplex this season. 1-1 on the campaign on home. Timeout's complete. 23-21 is the score for St. Clair over Sheridan. So they look to close out the set. Gallipo at the service line. Playing for the back row. On the bump set. Right to the blockers. Bump back again. This time trying to go far, missing the back corner. Alzinga not able to get it in the back end. Possible set point coming up for Gallipo. Gallipo moves to the middle. Stronger power this time. And played down quickly for the kill on Matzi. Sheridan Bruins take the serve. They've tried this a couple times. No one there in the middle that time for the Saints. Zena now back to serve. Playing for the back row. Gallipo, softer touch, rolled by the libero. Over top, a couple players having to scramble around the Saints. Gallipo forced to just toss it across. Up to the wall. Move back by Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes for the swing, too strong. And the Bruins have a chance to break up the opportunity for the Saints here. See Wilkinson, no touch. Over top the blockers, timeout called St. Clair. Sean Riem calling the first timeout of the match for St. Clair's side tonight. He's talked about 3 and 4 for them on the season. To the loss to Humber most recently on the 19th. Here's a look at their stat lines. Very close in terms of kills compared to Sheridan. In fact, just 2 decimal points higher. 10.11, 8.68 assists. Lower on the blocks at 2.29 in 7 digs per set. Here's the thing with the digs. Just 15th in the province. We've seen the digs be an issue a couple of times on some of the attack receptions tonight. Kills per set, for reference, is in the top 6. 6th overall in the province. For team 3rd in attacking. Coming out of the timeout, St. Clair with a point wins the set. With a Sheridan point, go to extras. Sheridan has serve. Serve from the far side, Ozinga. And overplayed on the receive. Reception error ties it at 24. See, just too strong off the receive from Calipo. This time played well on the receive. Walls the fake. The sway to Wilkinson. Straight to the wall. Sheridan gets the point. And the Bruins have a chance to take the set. Possible set point for the Bruins. And again the serve. The second-year player from Beamsville. The backside. Moved up Calipo. Calipo misses the back line. Sheridan steals the first set. 26-24. St. Clair led up to possible set point. Sheridan gets the set. More after this on We Did It All.
I'm just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
Welcome back to We Did It All's coverage of OCAA men's volleyball. Sheridan Bruins with the advantage over St. Clair after a 26-24 start to this match. Both teams just about all set to get back underway. Noteworthy stat lines, Galpo picking up 3 kills for St. Clair, but 4 attack errors picked up alone by Eric Loss. 3 kills leading the way for the Sheridan Bruins, coming the way of Jason Ashley. Many of the points coming the way via errors, via either attacks or service errors in that previous set. But all set to get back underway. Sheridan starts off with serve here. Aurelia will set up for the opening serve of the second set. And immediately a reception error from St. Clair. Aurelia picking up the ace from the mistake. Team high, 6 assists in the first set. Time clipping a bit of the net. Quickly tossed across, quickly getting the point. Sartosi. So back to play this serve. Kwiatkowski. Having a very quiet night so far for the Saints. Side of the assist game. We slam down Ashley. 2 serving 1. That's where a majority of the attacks came from, keep in mind, for the Bruins. Let's take a look at the stat lines for the new server back. Marcus Amadzi, second amongst the kill totals per set. Off close to the scores table. And across by Amadzi. Back off the bump. Forced to go from the mid row. Back on the other side, played this time for the middle. Gallipo. Scrambled by St. Clair. Gallipo, soft touch this time. Again, Libero with the bump set. Zena, pop back up. Trying to set things up tight. Too tight. Sheridan point. And right there, up at the net. Zena, that's going to bring Ton up to serve. Ton with a kill in the opening set. Also picked up a service error. And 2 strong on that play. The service error gives serve back to St. Clair, 2 serving 3. Gloss to serve. Well, quickly slammed down with the kill. And see again right there for the quick kill. Only 1 Saint in the back row in Gloss. 4 serving 2 here in set 2 on We Did It All. Right for the close end, yes. Wilkinson, that time with the push across. Wilkinson, 4 kills in the opening set for St. Clair. Now, his teammate to serve it away and sail it away. Sertosi. Sheridan back to serve again. 5 serving 3. Alzina. Played by Wilkinson. Sin goes for the swing and the kill. Sankor back to serve now. It's again Gallipo. Walls tries to hit it off of Bruin. They say Sankor point. Off the touch, Sheridan immediately going to appeal. As he wanting clarification on who it touched there. It looks like with the appeal, they now get the discussion sent with Frank Pinto. And it looks like point stands, 5-5. Back in a scramble. Madzi there. Oh, Madzi not able to get the kill, though. Sankor point. Sankor takes the advantage in the set. See, just out of the range of the line. Gallipo stays at the service line, moves to the middle this time. Clips the net. Played up tight. Off the top of Walls. Wilkinson sets it up for Gloss. Gloss down for the kill. And Gloss advances the gap to 2. You're in set 2. It looks like Sheridan wanting to discuss the call again. Manzi again back there to discuss. Thought there was a possible violation at the net. Seems to have been the discussion. And it looks like Sheridan in turn with the second check with the officials in about 3 points has decided to call the timeout. Frank Pinto trying to keep his team gathered together here. After a couple different appeals, both upheld. Let's take a look at the stat lines from the opening set. Plenty of attempts on the attacks. St. Clair, though, with a kills attempt, or rather kill total advantage, 13-7. They also picked up the assist total advantage, 13-6. Look at the service errors, though. 6 to Sheridan's 2. That's what, in turn, they have cost the St. Clair Saints in the set. They also had more attack errors. They're Sheridan by 1. The digs also going the Bruins' direction with them scrambling around on their end of the court. Look at the stat lines once again from the last set. In set 2 here in Windsor. St. Clair with the advantage right now, 7 serving 5. Both teams so to make it to the floor. They're taking extra time in timeout sequence. Galpo still back to serve for St. Clair. And it looks like both teams are now discussing things with the officials here. And thumbs up given. Looks like we are ready to continue. And it looks like not so fast. Amadzi set up. They're saying there was no point now and a reserve. That's now the call, it appears, yes. Galpo plays it. Serve back. Up to Walls. Off of Sheridan for the point. 7 serving 5 again. Galpo puts it down. Quickly swung down. What a pancake to be able to keep the play going. Back quickly, too strong on to be able to quickly receive on the attack. Move back again off the block. For the soft touch once again. Sheridan forces a scramble. Walls has to go to the stands, doesn't get there. Bruins get the point. See the previous play from Walls going off the blockers. Amadzi back to serve. From the far side. Bump set. Galpo gets the kill. Galpo with the power. In between the back row. All Amadzi could do is shimmy. Play off of Amadzi this time. Scramble by the libero. Moved up by Taun. Sheridan point. That one goes to stands. 7 serving 8 here in set 2 of OCAA men's volleyball here on Weeds Digital. Sheridan looking to build on to their set cushion. Back and forth in this set again. Tang. That serve quickly moved across across for the point. Kwiatkowski. The center right there to just throw it over the heads of 2 or 3 different Bruins. Back to serve this time is Walls. 2 kills in the opening set. And straight into the net. Back the other way for the serve. Omoruyi. For about middle. In for the back end. Off the top of the blockers. Sertolsi on that initial swing down the side. And out it goes from the Bruins. Look at where that came in. Yes, Alzinga not able to keep it along the line. Once again, the center, Kwiatkowski with the play. Quickly into the blocker, Ashley. Sinclair point. Kwiatkowski once again sets up for the serve. Going point in the back row, this time to the libero. The set, the swing, straight to the blocks again. And the block's starting to build up. Timeout called Sheridan. Their last of the set. And a block party starting to form up a bit from St. Clair. Let's take a look at the standings meanwhile. We talked about the importance for this matchup. St. Clair 3-4, Sheridan 3-3. So with the half game difference separating them, a win by St. Clair jumps them to 7 essentially. A loss by Sheridan does that in turn. Sheridan with a victory gets a bit of a cushion, puts themselves into a battle essentially with the Mohawk Mountaineers. Right into the race for 5th position in the West Division. Fanshawe so far this season leading the way in the division, 6-1 in men's volleyball action this season over Cambrian Redeemer Niagara. Remember, the women's volleyball team will take to the floor at approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Conclusion of this match. Be sure to tune in here on We Did It All, where they look to try and dance their way to a victory. Just about all set to get back underway in this set. Both timeouts for St. Clair remaining, none remaining for the Bruins. Kwiatkowski still at the service line. St. Clair leading by a match-high 4 points. Into the block immediately, and Sheridan gets the point. St. Clair not able to get a quality block that time. Back to serve. Tong. Tong from the near side. Played too strong by Wilkinson. And Sheridan there to clean it right off the touch. So the first-year player from Orangeville back to serve again. Two-4 formation from St. Clair. Played for the set. Dowelpo, soft touch. Set it up once again for the swing. Now Zena there. St. Clair gets the point again. 3-point advantage now with the set. Alzina again trying to go down the line. Instead, straight into the blocker. Gloss this time on the jump serve. Played too strong. It's an ace. Oh, not able to hold on to it. And Gloss sends it back up. Gloss plays it off of home again, this time played cleanly. It's into the back, Gloss. Bumped across, Dowelpo. Up close, Ash with a fake. Up across, Almanzi. Back trying to aim for the back row. Sertosi too strong. No touch. Sheridan serve. Ashwin goes back to serve because of this airmail. Third-year player from Toronto. Plays it to the middle. Back and no one there on the rotation. Wilkinson, the nearest player, but no one went to the spot. Sertosi also stared at the location. As a result, 12 serving 14. Ashley over the head of a ducking Sertosi. And St. Clair gets the point on the service error. Sertosi back to serve yet again. It's a little bit lighter on the serve. Up the middle. Laid off of Sertosi again for the point. Tom. It's not been Sertosi's night. And the official taking another ball. A substitution for Sheridan right now. Arias coming in. Also a change up on the front line. Owen Keegan coming in for the first time tonight. Service specialist in Arias from Whitby, Ontario. To try and chip away still. Played by Gloss. Hit down by Walls. Down for the kill. Zach Walls right there for the response. And just bouncing right in front of Arias before the pancake. Serve taken by Gallopo this time. Working fast. And St. Clair able to dodge that one. Out it goes. Harnadak, the nearest player. (17) serving 13 and set 2. Play to the middle. Knocked down quickly. What a dive by Harnadak. Up into the blockers. Walls moves it across. Keegan hits it to the back row. Gloss plays it. And a trip and a fall from the center. Kwiatkowski slides on the floor. What happened here? Possibly hit the back end of Walls and tripped. Amadzi, meanwhile, plays the serve straight into the block. Kwiatkowski not able to get it over. Back-to-back Sheridan points. See, Kwiatkowski tried the soft touch, but right there was Taun immediately. Amadzi again serving. Aim from the back end for the bounce. Gallopo with the pancake, played out by Arias. Off the block. Moved up for the set. Straight to the blockers and down for the point, Sheridan. And Sheridan on a roll. St. Clair takes a timeout with a rally. So the Saints looking to discuss things with Sheridan trimming the gap from 4-1. Like to remind you once again, women's volleyball taking place 8 p.m. approximate start time currently. It's based on the finish time of this respective matchup. Catch that here on Wheat Digital. Be sure to tune in. See how the women's volleyball matchup plays out between those respective squads here from Windsor. Look at the Sheridan Bruins huddle as they've closed up the gap in the set to just 1. Bento started off this set by using his timeouts early. To rely on substitutions as the main adjustment point possible to work with the rest of the way. Look at one of the new features essentially from the stands throughout the past few games here at the St. Clair Sportsplex. Fans from Student Association have started to come out and bring various different buckets to use for drums. St. Clair with one timeout remaining. Sheridan has used both their timeouts, remember. Bruins with the serve. Amadze. Played by Gloss. Tight for Walls. The pancake attempt no good. St. Clair gets the point in the serve. Wilkinson back to serve. Last time he went to the service line, it went straight into the net. This time played by Ho. With a quick spike, deflected around off of Taun. Taun gets the kill off the touch. The rotation, Ashley coming back on. That brings to the service line Tang. Sheridan with a chance to tie the set with a strong serve here. And it's a not strong serve. In fact, it's too strong. Service error, St. Clair point, and a substitution for the first time for the Saints tonight. Connor O'Donoghue, the second-year player from Chatham, comes in to serve here. Donoghue has played in the previous 6 matches for St. Clair. Out of the 7, it's 11th set of the season. He's had 1 ace on the campaign. Played easily for the back. Ashley tries to get it over, can't get it over. See, hitting the top of the tape and down. Donoghue now goes back. Up the middle, straight into the net. So Donoghue not able to get a solid serve there, and their substitution. Sheridan brings Alzina back in. Electing to take Keegan out. Rui to serve. Tries to play it up the middle, gets the ace at the back row. And Sheridan, another chance to tie the set. And trying to the same spot, this time a service error. Kwiatkowski getting to serve. Kwiatkowski just gets it over. Bit of a stumble, Ozina able to still get it. Bump back on the attack, back Gallipo, this time with power. Gallipo changing it up that time. Kwiatkowski back to serve. Let's take a look at the replay. Right off of O as he goes down. Off the right hand, played quickly, bounced around, everybody touches it. A clear 4 touch, if anything, that was a 7 touch. Clear cut 1 for the previous play. The back end. Trying to hit it across Taun, can't. Taun still gets back up. Tossed across by Ashley. Bump back, Gallipo, soft. Misses the back corner. Sheridan Bruins pick up the point. 20 serving 23. Our substitution being signaled. Bujold comes back into the match to serve for Taun. Bujold plays it. Able to get it to the back for the dig. Off the swing. St. Clair point. Not able to get it over the net. Almadze. And possible set point to tie it at 1 coming up. Gloss may have gone on the block before the crossback. Gonzalez Gloss to serve. And overcommit on the receive. St. Clair wins the set. 20-25 the second set scoreline. St. Clair ties it up at 1 set apiece. You're watching Week Digital from Windsor, Ontario.
No, I never smoked any. Sure, I smoked a bit, but it was more your mom who was into it. Pot grows naturally, but it won't help you grow as a person.
Talking cannabis with your teen can be learned. Download our free brochure.
You know what? Poison ivy grows naturally, but it's not good for you, is it?
Find the answers you need at drugfreekidscanada.org.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
A look over to the huddle for Sean Ream as his team has tied this up at 1 set apiece. We enter set 3 here on Weed Digital Productions. Justin Prince with you. St. Clair trying to carry the momentum. And it shouldn't be a surprise we're seeing 4 more sets once again with these two teams involved. How their seasons have played out. Sheridan's last time playing less than 4 sets. November 6th against Cambrian. St. Clair last time against Fanshawe, 3-0 when they lost that matchup October the 30th. Sheridan Bruins so far tonight being led on the attack by Ozino, who has 5 attacks on the evening. 4 attacks, however, coming away early from Ashley, also picking up attacks this time. St. Clair has a 3-headed attack as well, leading their respective attack right now with a grand total of 6 total kills. It has been Walls. Walls starting to pick them up in more frequency. Gallipo has one with 5. 6 picked up as well by Wilkinson in the match. St. Clair serve to start. Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski still looking for his first ace of the night. We're underway for set 3. Played into the blocks to start. And a tool for Sheridan. O'Reilly now goes back to serve for the Bruins. Lays it to the libero. Knocked down quickly. This time Sertosi. Sertosi's 4th kill of the night. This time just throws it off the hand of Omorilye. Gloss to serve. Play for the backside. Quickly, Ashley off of Gloss all the way out. Side out. See just how far that sails away. All the way to the doghouse. 2 serving 1 here in set 3 here on We Did It All. Played tight, played down. Sertosi starting to wake up. Sertosi yet again with the kill, back-to-back kills. This time he plays the serve. Trouble for a moment, extra ball started to sail around for the back end. Walls plays it off the Bruins. Hit straight to the wall off of Walls. It goes under the net, it appears. Yes. 3 serving 2. So Ashley will be the one back to serve this time. She amongst the plethora of Bruins with service errors tonight. Played well that time. Off the top of the blocker, the Bruins now try and bump set. Right to the blocks again. Walls and is not able to play it. Galpo as well in the vicinity. The Bruins maintaining early control in the set. Ashley clips the top of the tape, still able to get a solid serve. Top of the wall, Galpo. Moved into the blockers, St. Clair sets it up. Going down for the kill, Wilkinson. First-year player from Riverside Secondary continues to add to the kills. May have gotten a piece of that one too, was Elzina. Either way, 3 serving 4. Clips the top of the tape. Crosses straight to the net. Nancy not able to get it across, tied at 4. Galpo goes back to serve this time. Galpo, couple blocks to his credit. Last set. Play tight, straight to the block. Dump once again. Straight back into the Sheridan end. Sheridan point. Nancy that time of the swing. Zena. Once again. For the backside. Fake by Walls. Wilkinson for the kill off of Ho. Look over previous plays. You see the wall built up initially there. 5-ball. From the solid serve. And a pancake put down. Play kept alive as a result. Swayed again. Albanzi off the 2-3 Saints. Galpo able to keep it alive that time. Fake swing tossed across instead. Cross for Walls, down for the point. And Zach Walls continues the momentum swings for St. Clair's direction. That brings Wilkinson again to serve. Bumped around. Wilkinson, one-handed dig attempt for the back row, but all the way out off of him and out. Sheridan point. 6 apiece now in set 3. As he back to serve again. Strong power, played off of Wilkinson. Galpo off the back row for the dig. Dump off of Walls for the tool. Tawn. See Tawn with the power off the right hand of Walls. Again, Walls not happy. Matze now sets things up again for the serve. Sheridan back with the advantage again. Ball's forced to just toss it across. Again down the line, again this time in for Tong. And no signal given from St. Clair. They play on with a rally going Sheridan's direction. You can feel the temperature starting to shift towards the Blues' way. And down for the ace. What did we just say? There's the timeout, St. Clair. 9-6 Sheridan here in this third set. Starting back and forth a bit, the Bruins taking all the momentum their way. Here's a look at the stat lines from the previous set. Both sets combined is the rather perfect term. 24 kills to 16 for St. Clair. Remember, St. Clair had the stronger second set. Pick up that set victory. They still have the assist advantage in the sets as well. However, errors are still a problem. 8 attack errors, 9 service errors compared to St. Clair's 3 aces. Sheridan has 3 aces, 6 service errors for reference, although that's gone up a bit this set. Blocks and digs have closed up a bit in this matchup. So the big thing right now starting to pop up, St. Clair with more errors built up on the attacks in the service game so far. Just about all set to get back underway. 1 timeout remaining for St. Clair, 2 for Sheridan. Look over at some of the fans as some of them munching down on some french fries. Others looking at their cell phones. All set to go for set 3 again. 9 serving 6. Amazing. A high toss this time. Laid over for Gloss. Soft. Roll it over the top of the net. Fake for Walls. Gallopo comes in for the swing. Laid over this time on the far side. Ton down for the point. And Ton continues to be the main focal point of the attack so far in set 3 from Sheridan. That's it against serving. And this time out it goes, missing Gallopo. So that breaks up the rally for now. 7 serving 10. Walls to serve. Laid down the line. Up the middle, down for the kill, Madze. Tane back to serve. Here's a look at the previous play with the power. Tane, the second-year player from Scarborough. Close. Sertosi gives that ball awry to the 7th row. 12 serving 7. Bump from the middle, Wilkinson. This time Sertosi able to come down with the point. Changed up the look that time for the toss across. And it bounced off the nose of Alzina. To the top of the service rotation, Kwiatkowski. Move back, played off of Wilkinson. Kwiatkowski the set for Gloss, off the blockers, trying to get the tool, stays in play. Bumped around, Gallopo, softer touch. Moved up tight again. Off to the back row, the scramble Wilkinson. Played down by Gloss, yes! And the signal appeared to go Sheridan's way. Yes, Sheridan called for the point. Swung across this time by the Bruins, by Omoruyi. Quickly, St. Clair gets the point off the touch. Let's take a look at Sertosi, right in front of the possible contact is a better term. Rudy not able to get to it, so Gloss to serve. 9 serving 13. Back in. Marouillet. And again, bounce off the touch. Off the Gloss touch this time. And out. So Ton to serve again. Kelski up to Wilkinson. Right for the dig, Omo Ruyi. And free to cross by Sheridan. Play this time, Sertosi. Set up close, trying to get a play up at the net. Forced to reset it back, right to the blockers, right down for the point, St. Clair. After a couple attempts there by Amadze, not able to get across the blockers. Sertosi serve. Sertosi is done with his serve. Ashley back to serve. 15 serving 10. Ashley, 15 blocks. That is third in the West. Play to the back row. Up and straight to a single blocker, Amadze. And everything is coming up Sheridan right now. St. Clair holds on to the timeout. Ashley. Played out to Obero. To Wilkinson. Of Ashley off the net. Ashley hits it back across. Walls swings it down, and a scramble up towards the benches. No one there to retrieve it from the back end. That breaks up the Sheridan rally a bit. St. Clair trails by 5 now in the set. Galpo. Played middle. Cross Elzina. And St. Clair calling for the point. No touch. That one sailing down the line that time with the strong velocity. Galpo this time. Move it around to the middle for the serve. Doesn't matter. So 17 serving 12. Elzinga again. A little bit of trouble on the receive this time. Galpo able to get it across. Overstrained to the blockers for the tool. Nancy able to get the Sheridan point off of St. Clair and out. Largest lead for either team now in a set, 6 points. And it's back down to 5. Wilkinson will serve this time. St. Clair with 13, 18 for Sheridan. Quickly getting to work, played off of Wilkinson. Trouble for the Saints. They just get it across. My goodness. Gloss bumped over by Kwiatkowski. Galpo, no touch out. Sheridan point. One hustle to be able to keep the play alive in the first place. But it still does not go St. Clair's way. A substitution for St. Clair. They've brought Jacob Dirksen in. 19 serving 13. As it's straight to the net. St. Clair again the point. And a substitution being signaled for. Walls out. O'Donoghue in. Donahue moves back to serve. Right off the libero. Move back for a quick swing and a whistle. Sheridan gets the point. That is shaking a bit here. See, is that the reason? Yes, you see some of the hands crossing. Dirksen. Little stunner on the serve from Tang. Move down, Dirksen, hollow. Dirksen makes up for the last play by getting to kill this play. Kwiatkowski getting to serve. Played well on the receive. Right off the blockers, but out for the tool. Omoruyi serving again. And that one clips the net. Sankor able to recover. Galpo off the blocker. Sankor responds with a two of their own. Right off the top of their hands and right to the women's volleyball team. This time Dirksen on the serve, played well. Over to Dirksen for the dig. Kwiatkowski swing down Wilkinson. Scrambled by O'Reilly, set up the bump, right to the block, Sankor down for the point. Galpo credited with the block this time. Sankor still trails by 4. Another change coming in now for Sheridan. Bring in size again in Keegan, the 6'2" player from Mississauga. For the backside, Tawn. Tawn leans back, swings it across. Bump set into the block, Sertosi, Sheridan point. Look at how this shaped up, straight into Ashley's block. Tawn again serving. Good across out the libero. Swung down hard. Galpo. And signal says Sankor point. Took a few moments for the officials to get the signal there. Sertosi serve. A quick Ashley off of Walls, can't get the pancake. Sheridan just a couple points away from a set victory. See the attempt for the pancake. Kwiatkowski. Ashley again serving. Played all the way to Ashley off the receive. Over top, attempt to dig, doesn't work for Harnadak. And now Sheridan is at set point. Ashley. Service error. Possible set point. Dose. Galpo to serve. Played well by the Bruins this time. Quick swing off of Galpo. Kwiatkowski to Walls. Walls off the blockers down. Sheridan wins the set. 25-19 the advantage for the Bruins this time around, and they are up 2 sets to Sankor's 1. More coverage of OCAA men's volleyball continues on We Digital right after this break.
Mont's On Time Express has all of your delivery needs covered with a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks. It doesn't matter if the freight is big or small. Mont's On Time Express can guarantee safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Licensed to broker freight throughout North America, Mont's On Time Express features same-day delivery service, along with a state-of-the-art dispatching system and live GPS tracking assistance. Mont's is fully insured and Canadian bonded and has certifications with FAST, CTAT, PIP, and SmartWay. Mont's On Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. To get your delivery moving, contact Mont's On Time Express at www.montsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Every child should learn how to swim, for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Welcome back, everyone, to Windsor. Getting ready for the start of the fourth set for OCAA men's volleyball action here from Windsor. Sheridan up 2-1. Justin Prince with you as we get ready. This set going. So far, Ken Baton has been a majority of the kill attempt so far for Sheridan. 9 now with his direction. So out of a strong third set. 7 going the way of Amanzi tonight. Pair that St. Clair. They look to try and find a way to tie things up at 2 sets apiece. 7 kills attempted apiece for Walls and Gallipo now. 8 going the way of Wilkinson. Sertosi with 7 as well. Only 4 other kills combined outside of those players. Sheridan starts off with a serve in the fourth set. Oroyi up to 22 assists so far tonight. 2 aces. First starts things off with the swing. Dirksen off the touch. So Dirksen subbed in at the end of the previous set. Starts this set off for the point. Back to serve this time, Kwiatkowski. Dump straight into the blockers. Call it off of St. Clair, though, and out, so Sheridan point. Quickly there, straight into the blockers for the tool. That sets up Tong. Up the middle. Cross goes Gallipo. Doper, Matsy down. St. Clair says they got the point. It is St. Clair's point. 2 serving 1 here in the fourth set. We did it all. Dirksen flips the net, gets the ace. Dirksen with his second ace of the season. That one drops just past the bar. Tries it again, nearly clips the net again. Up the middle, Ashley. that time off of Sertosi into the grandstands. Two serving three. Back to serve is Ashley. Ashley long serve, Dirksen way strong on the receive and out. Sheridan ties the set up at 3 as a result of the receive error. Ashley, this time off of Harnadeck. Straight to the blockers. St. Clair gets the tool. Saints retake the advantage, 4-3. Quickly set off two blockers yet again, starting to make the adjustments. Sheridan's block attempts. Dorsey that time of the serve. Laid by Sertosi for the dig. Cross goes Wilkinson. Too strong and out, no touch. Keegan back to serve. Keegan staying in the match from the previous set. Bump to start. Galpo not able to get the right run. Bounced off the top of the blockers on the swing back by Sheridan. Cross Wilkinson. A couple different Bruins. Free hit across by Matzi. Crossed and down, Galpo. And Mike Galpo again gets the kill. Galpo to the back. To the middle for the swing ton. Too strong. Galpo stays at the service line as a result. Two Bruins set close to the net. 3 to the middle, 1 to the back row. Oh, into trouble for Taun for a second. Oh, Madsey. Going for the swing to Wilkinson. No touch. Sails out. Clarification coming in for the scores table. That one sails away. Sheridan now credited with a point. 5, serving 6. Bumped close, Galpo. By Wilkinson. For the set, trying to hit it across with Tang. Couldn't get it over. St. Clair serving to Sheridan. 7, serving 5. Sin. Played close, off the blockers. Bruins scramble around. Taun gets it over. That's on the bump. Wilkinson down for the kill. Played well quickly and right to the net, Tang. Starting to spiral towards St. Clair's way. No signal from Sheridan's side yet. Wilkinson stays at the service line. Played middle. Too strong from Keegan. And a timeout called by Frank Pinto. One sailing far and away from the corner. St. Clair leads the set now 10-5. Look at the stats after 3 sets. St. Clair still with the error advantage, but they have also seen the kill gap shrink tremendously, with Sheridan having such a strong third set much of the way. 30-34. 34-30 rather. You flip those around. The assists going the way of St. Clair, 30-27. Right now the ace is fairly close. Blocks are close. Diggs again. Sheridan getting the advantage just like in the first set. Now up by 7. Remember, they had seen the gap completely just about close up in the Diggs in set 2. It's going to look at the stat lines. St. Clair with the first 2 timeouts used. Sheridan, 2 remaining. Timeout clock looks like might have to get reset there. You see in the background, not stop there. So you look back at some of the fans. Some making the way all the way up from the Sheridan campus and region to cheer on their team. And a quick close play to start. Omo Rui out of the timeout with the point. Going up for Tang. Tossed across initially by Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski this time bumps it back. It's in. Oh, look out. And a dunk on the play from the scores table. Up on the block. Down for the Bruins. That left some people scrambling for a moment. That included St. Clair in the pot. Tang. Moved up into the antenna. Dirksen, that time the swing. Bouncing off of Sheridan to the antenna that time. It's just after that play there. Looking at Walls. First to the West in blocks percent, .78. Trying to hit to the back row. Sheridan does, and the Bruins close the gap to 3 now. This time, Omoruyi to serve again. Kwiatkowski. Up to Dirksen. Bumped quickly a couple times, trying to go off the back foot, Tong, but the flag is raised. Tong, good effort. Just getting across again with the power. Couldn't get the cross to stay in, though. Kwiatkowski now serving. Set up for Keegan, off to the blocks. Tenna signaled. No, they say Sheridan point, regardless. Played by Tong on the serve. Tosi over to Dirksen, tools it away. Dirksen able to hit it right off the top of that left hand you see up towards the tape. Dirksen now the one serving. And Dirksen no longer the one serving. 10 serving 13. Sheridan looking to recounter things again. Pancake down on the receive. Wilkinson across, down for the kill. Then able to get it past Ashley. It's time for Tosi with the serve. On the out. Sheridan point. Violation of the net. That one coming quickly from the near side official. Keegan again to serve. That was Keegan serving. 15-11 now in the set for St. Clair. Break towards the middle. Moved quickly down. Tang on the swing. Gelski sets up Wilkinson again. And again down for a kill. Ball rolling over top the scores table on the deflection. And the substitution has been signaled. Keegan coming out, coming in now. Alzina. Back to serve this time, Gallopo. By Ho, collision right after the receive. Laid to Strawn, right off one of the coaches by St. Clair. And a timeout called by Sheridan. The coach is okay after the initial signal given from the facial expressions. Let's take a look at the athletes of the week, November 14th to 20th. Chad Vincent Simon, my goodness, the timing of the athlete of the week. He went off even larger and probably might have gotten himself a back-to-back honor with 30 plus points last night. Mr. Lucier, the top scorer in basketball for the women's side of the sport currently, winning the athlete of the week for St. Clair for November 14th through 20th. St. Clair with a chance to send it to a fifth set if they can keep up what they've been doing. They lead by 6, 17-11 in this set. Minor to that, women's volleyball action coming up after this between the 5-2 Saints and the 1-5 Bruins. Be sure to tune in. Some of the fans showing what they found on their social media feeds during the timeout sequence. Sheridan out of timeouts. Galpo. Play to the backside. And hit off Sean Reham way out of the reach of play for the St. Clair point. 18 serving 11 again. Galpo. Played well on the serve. This time Tane hits it back across. Galpo goes down the line, out. Galpo not able to tightrope it, just also missing an official. Matzig now sets back up again. Serve, sails out, and another service error. On the charge up this time, Wilkinson goes for naught. And a service error parade starting to get built. Tang to serve this time. This time, no error. Back by Dirksen, St. Clair point. St. Clair growing the advantage. You see a couple hands going over, top the tape. And there's substitution. O'Donoghue back into the match. Coming out is Walls. 20 serving 13. Hits the top of the net. Bump back for the swing. Played by Wilkinson and out. See Wilkinson trying to get the take from the back row again. Too strong to handle. And another substitution being signaled. He now making his way back to the service line, coming out there, Alzina. Coming up also to the net areas. For a moment, I believe. Played by the back end. To Tawn. Back to Dirksen, straight to the blockers for the tool. St. Clair gets the point. Just straight out off the blockers. Kwiatkowski again to serve. And Kwiatkowski again a service error. At this point, a brick house has been built with all the service errors built up in the set from both sides. Bujold now comes in to break up the house. Tawn comes out. Bujold adjusting. Looks like just a quick clarification going on with the officials. Scores table. Official scoring. They're trying to check on the exact score currently. It's 21-15 on the board. Substitution is confirmed. Looks like score stands. Time Sertosi. Once again, this time Gallipo off the blockers, off the tool. Dirksen serve. Then off of Hope. Ashley in a pancake initially, no. Bernadette not give credit with the dig. Let's take a look. It looked like a clean dig on the replay. Went for a heart attack. But Sheridan is credited with the point. St. Clair is asking for an appeal here. So, official discussion. Thumbs up. Looks like the point will come back off the board. It does. Replay the point. Point again for the back end. Swing of Batsy. Some scrambles, St. Clair not ready for it on the deflection. Point again, put back up on the board. Play tight, but out. Bruins starting to chip away. They trail by 5 now in the set. Ashley. Playing on the pancake for the receive. It's in. Up. Bumped up by Ashley. Had to free it across. And for the swing, Wilkinson back row for the kill. .23 serving 17 out of the reach of the back row man, Bujold. And Walls coming back in the match. Sertosi back to serve. Playing for the tight play to the back row. Flag down, yes, they say Sheridan point. Keegan again serves. Last time hit it in the net. time played off of heart attack. Trying to go power off of the dome of Keegan. Possible set point for St. Clair now. Back with it again, Gallipo. Back in by Bujold. Over for Keegan into the blockers. Keegan trying to scramble. Can't get to it. And St. Clair forces a fifth set. 25-18, the advantage in set number 4. After 4 sets, we head to a fifth. You're watching We Did It All.
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
What can milk do? Well, it can turn you into a morning person. It can help fuel some pretty tough stuff. And it can definitely make cartoons funnier.
No, it can't.
Oh, well, it can have a little edge. But come on, even kiddies love it. It'll keep up with you at any age. It makes engines whir and creme brulee creamy. It's one of the easiest labels you'll ever read. And anything that makes this happen is pretty special. In fact, what can't milk do?
Welcome back, everyone, for the start of the fifth set. See who comes away with the W in this one. Justin Prince with you. St. Clair able to force this fifth set with a 25-18 victory in the previous set. Now it becomes the question, who's the first to 15? Which one of these teams will have a losing streak form up as a result? Top players in the match so far. St. Clair being led by 13 kills now by Wilkinson. 11 lead the way for Sheridan by Tong. Just about all set for set number 5. As rotations get confirmed. St. Clair looking to position themselves for the serve to start off set 5. Kwiatkowski going back to the service line. 2 service errors tonight, no aces. The team's top servers coming into tonight. He's picked up more than 30 assists as well as the setter. underway for set number 5. Starting off with a kill. Alzina starts off with the swing. And the Bruins strike first. Ruiz now sets up to serve. Bumped about. Saw a touch Dirksen. Ruiz with the assist. Which side does it go? St. Clair point. So Dirksen back to serve as that one goes all the way across to out. Dirksen plays it well from the serve. 5 kills for him. Out of the range of Dirksen for the back row for the dig, though. Sheridan point. So back and forth to start. Taun to serve. As mentioned, leading the way for this team in kills. 2 service errors, however. Been big on some of the digs, however, with 8. Played well with the serve. Wilkinson, a whistle called, St. Clair point. Sheridan violation at the net. It was likely going to be a St. Clair kill regardless. See, there's where the whistle came in. Sertosi jumps up for the serve with palm. Played by Ashley for the kill. And Ashley, another kill. His credit, that's his 9th. Goes back again. Played by the libero. Wilkinson tries the soft touch. Dig picked up quickly by the Bruins. Back across. Over for the soft touch from the side. Out it goes off of Gallipo. Sheridan picks up the first cushion of this set. 4 serving 2. Ashley clips the top of the net. Flex back down and a squeeze down. Sheridan point. So a 3-point advantage now with the set. See the quick power. Tech not able to set things up in time. Plays it off from the back end. Walls off of the Bruins for the point. That sets Gallipo back up at the service line for St. Clair. Oh, and some whistles called. Now play is set to continue. Gallipo moving towards the middle there. From the back row, Dirksen. The Wilkinson off the blockers, a scramble again. Gallipo, the bump. Free tossed across. Moved up for the swing. Madzi. Over to Wilkinson. Scramble back around, Ruiz. Bumped around a few times. Up for Dirksen. Ruiz. Set again. Reset again. Alzina. One of the longest rallies of the match right here, right now. Free ball back across St. Clair. Oh, hits it back off the block of Walls. Tool down Sheridan point. And a lengthy rally ends here. And Walls can't believe it. Alzina. So back up Wilkinson. Then sets up for the C ball. Wait for the back row for the dig. Set up and a misjudgment from Alzina having to reset. Cross by Walls and Alzina with a dig. Walls with the swing back. Walls down for the kill. Zach Walls with a heads up. Timeout called. Sheridan. And the Bruins call the first timeout of set number 5. Let's take a look at set 4 stat lines. See how things have closed about a bit. The errors actually went up significantly on the attacks for the Bruins, 17 to St. Clair's 15. St. Clair in turn with the advantage of the kills, 46 to 40. Assists stay close, aces stay close, and the service errors really built up from the Sheridan Bruins. They built a house of them in the 4th set, closed up to St. Clair's gap within 2. The blocks and the digs stay close. Keep in mind though, the digs, I believe that advantage actually went up as the better term by about 1 or 2 to Sheridan's direction. So timeout sequence underway. St. Clair trailing in set 5, 6 to 4. The Bruins looking to stop a St. Clair run. Some of the players starting to dance around and jump around up on the running track as they watch the action from high above. Wilkinson back to serve for St. Clair. Again, on the scoreboards, it is currently saying 6 serving 4 rather than 5 serving 3. We're back underway. Walls knocks it down, kill. Walls brings St. Clair within 1. Wilkinson. Played well again for the serve. Cross goes Ozina. Oh, and a scramble by St. Clair to get across. Walls again for the kill. And Walls with an improbable run ties it up at 6. Wilkinson wants a new ball, or wants a teammate to touch it first. He gets the ball back. Wilkinson up the middle. Bump back again. Ozina. Move back over top. O'Reilly clipping the top of the net. Ball's on the fake. The swing from the far side. Galpo. Back across off the libero. Dirksen, free ball situation. The tight set, the tight swing off the block. Is that a tool? Yes. Sheridan gets the point. They lead the set 7-6. Time off the single blocker. With that brings Amadzi back to serve again. And too strong. Service error. Ties it up at 7 and back to service Walls. Walls having a stellar 5th set here tonight. He's picked up multiple kills, up to double-digit kills now with the match. By Ho, close play behind the back. Back again, toss back again. Back and forth, tightly across. Sertosi down off the libero. Sertosi triggers the switch down. And St. Clair leads 8-7. Both teams switching sides now. Get ready for the second half of set 5. Let's take a look and talk about the women's volleyball matchup. The current approximate start time with how things are going here is 8:20. That game may get pushed back further, depending on how things fare out the rest of this set. Again, you can catch that here on Weed Digital. St. Clair enters the night 5-2, but losing their past 2. Sheridan's lost their past 3, 1-5. 8-7. Played well on the serve. Down it goes with a swing tang. Bump back on the dig from Tawn. And straight into the blocker. St. Clair builds the cushion. Simple as that. Straight into the block. Walls again serving. Walls another service error. So 8 serves 9. Tang back to serve a rotation. Tang plays it off to Libero. Move to Dirksen and down for the kill. Solid setup, solid swing. They've got a piece of the back row, Amadze. And back to serve, Kwiatkowski. Too strong, another service error. Back to serve now, Omo Ruyi. Ruyi plays it off of Dirksen. Quickly hit across, Sertosi. Sertosi, quick response there. Dirksen, the server. Dirksen, a strong serve and a scramble. St. Clair gets the point, a double touch is the call. St. Clair 3 points away from a victory. Timeout called by Sheridan, their last timeout. The Bruins wanting to sit down and discuss things. So we enter the home stretch. Sheridan trailing by 3 in this final set of tonight's matchup here on We Did It All. These sets have gone back and forth throughout the night for those just tuning in here on We Did It All. The evening playing out the way it has. Sheridan started off with the opening set, then with St. Clair, then Sheridan, then St. Clair, turning sets back and forth like a pendulum swing throughout the evening. Just about all set to get back underway. St. Clair with both their timeouts remaining if necessary. You're in this 5th set of play. Timeout sequence complete. And all players return to the floor. St. Clair still with serve. Dirksen the server. It's in a strong service game here tonight. Played well. Cross and a scramble. Sheridan gets the point. Off of the swing from Ton. Trims the gap down to 2 as you see right past the libero. And another change. Bujold is in. Bujold adjusting to the near side for the serve. Salter touch. Hit straight into the wall. Down for the tool. Sheridan within 1. Timeout called. Coach Riem. St. Clair calls their first timeout of this set. Their advantage has quickly crumbled down to just 1. I'd like to remind you that there are plenty of upcoming broadcasts, and there are plenty of volleyball matchups in the near future here on We Did It All. One of them's in 2022, that being against Niagara, December the 3rd, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. the start time scheduled. Then it's all the way to the new year. You can see Fanshawe coming to town. Fanshawe, one of the top teams in the West, 6 and 8 p.m. on January the 11th. Then Mohawk set to come in for volleyball on Saturday, January the 14th. 1 and 3 p.m. are the start times. You can catch all of that here on WeDigital.ca. Cell phones galore out. In the midst of the timeout, 1 timeout for St. Clair remaining. They lead the set 12-11. Sheridan Bruins coming back, though, from being 4 points down prior to the timeout. Bujon back to serve again. Bujon off the touch of Dirksen. Sheridan ties it at 12. The serve again from Bujon. Bumped over Wilkinson, and several different Bruins collide as that drops down for the St. Clair point. And everyone checking in on if everyone's okay there. At least 2 Bruins collided. It looks like they are calling for some cleanup on the court. Scramble is out for the towel to clean the court. They have found a towel. Clean the condensation, set up that end of the court. See possibly multiple patches built up. Checked on by the Bruins. Play whistle back in. 13 serving 12. And now 13 serving 13. Another service error. Another point thrown away. More substitutions. Arias is in. Coming out is Ashley. Arias sets up far side. For the jump serve. Went for the back. Across, too tight. That's not crossing the net. Sheridan takes the point. Possible match point. Timeout St. Clair. Their final timeout of the set. And St. Clair looking for a chance to respond back with the timeout play call. Sheridan just 1 point away from coming away with the match victory. And has gone either direction tonight. Sheridan, with the win, moves above 500. With the loss, drops below 500. And one more reminder, women's volleyball action taking place after the conclusion of this matchup. You can catch that here on weeddigital.ca. Currently, the start time looking like potentially at least 8:30, if not 8:40. See as time continues to see that press back with how this match has progressed. Substitution, St. Clair. They bring Gloss back in. Arias comes in, possible match point. Arias sets it up. The far side, too strong. St. Clair ties it up at 14. There's substitution, Ashley coming back in. Jump back into the next rotation. Going off to the sideline with the rotation in turn, Dirksen. So Gallipo back to serve. Gallipo's been solid at the service line here tonight. Sets up near side. Just waiting on clarifications at the scorers table currently. Players given the go-ahead. 14 all. The serve from Gallipo. And a service error again from St. Clair. Sheridan with a chance at match point again. Alzina. Playing for the backside, near contact. Wilkinson off the top of a Bruin. Ties it at 15. Durson back in. Losses out. Wilkinson to the service line. Played well on the service. Wilkinson the dig from the back end. Durson, soft touch. Tied across, tossed across for the point. Amaruyi with the heads-up play. Gives the Bruins a 16-15 advantage. Possible match point yet again. Another change coming. Ton back in. Coming out, Fujold. That's a back to serve again. For the match. Too strong and again. Another service error. Another substitution. O'Donoghue coming in. Can anybody have a clean serve? And O'Donoghue walks it off. And it looks like a clarification wanted for Sheridan. Sheridan discussing these right now with the official, Manzi. And a yellow card has just been displayed for Sheridan. So a warning given to the Sheridan bench in a 16-hole match. O'Donoghue sets up for the serve. Donoghue, this time a clean serve. Played across by Ton into the blocks. Scrambling back, St. Clair, possible match point. O'Donoghue to serve it. (17) serving 16. And another service error. (17 all). Tane back to serve again. Little high, played by the Saints. Off the block whistle, that is Sheridan point, 4 touches. Possible match point for the Bruins again. Lane serve, Wilkinson. Played over by Dirksen. To the dagger off the block. Bruins set it up. Fake for Ashley. Don plays it back. Move over. Again, Gawapo. 2 players go for the dig and a mistake on the set. 18 all. Kwiatkowski back to serve this time. Time point by Ashley. Move back into the net, it goes. As they're not able to get it over, St. Clair with possible match point. Kwiatkowski. Clean serve. Played off the tool. Sheridan ties it again. 19 all. Omoruyi back to serve. That time off of the Saints blocker, Gawapo. Ruyi plays it off the libero. Strong swing for the kill, Gawapo. Gallipo with a quick kill on the cross. Again, the target, the first-year libero from Toronto. Dirksen to serve again. He's been stellar at the service line. Clips the net this time. Played softly, Ashley. The set. For the kill, it's out. And another tie. 20 all. And somebody has to take an advantage in this match. Taun serves. Played again, Wilkinson. Wilkinson plays it up a hole for the point again. (21) serving 20. Wilkinson again off the libero. Their substitution. O'Donoghue comes out. Wall's back coming in. Tertosi on the serve. Laid back. St. Clair with an easy dig. Wilkinson off the deflections. Who can move it back across? Walls quickly across. The scramble back goes under the net. St. Clair wins the Marathon 5th set. They beat the Sheridan Bruins. 3-2 for St. Clair over Sheridan. Post-game coverage coming up in just a few moments with Dominic Papa. Stand by, you're watching Weed Digital.
I'm just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
For every big breath, for every little breath, and for every breath in between, Ontario Power Generation is committed to keeping Ontario's air clean. That's why the power we generate is 99% free of smog and carbon emissions. Because clean air matters to us all.
Welcome back to the St. Clair College Sportsplex here in Windsor, Ontario. OCAA men's volleyball action taking place on Weed Digital. If you just tuned in and you're getting ready for the women's game, I'll tell you what, you missed a thriller. The Saints win 3-2 over Sheridan. Our player of the game right here, Nick Kwiatkowski. Did I say that right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Not bad for a rookie. First of all, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
How exciting is it to play in a game like that?
Well, last couple went to 5, so it's a lot of volleyball, but it's definitely a lot of fun. It's, you know, it keeps you in good shape, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's a workout. The adrenaline, though, you able to keep the same adrenaline going 5 long sets like that?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but that's when you just got to go to the other guys on the team and make sure that the energy's up high and bring them up when they're down. So
the win puts the team over 500, Nick, which is great. The team's showing really good signs of improving every game. Talk to me about the win, how it was established, and you guys were actually down at one point, 2-1. Were able to come back.
We just believe in ourselves, and we had a pretty good game plan going into this one, so got to give it to the guys on the team for having good mental strength, going all 5 and pulling through there.
Where do you see this team getting better, Nick, and what excites you about this team right now?
Well, I just enjoy coming every day and playing volleyball and putting in good work with the guys. So when you have a good group of guys on the team like we do, it's fun. Every day's fun.
Yeah, for sure, and it's got to, build some confidence, I would imagine. And now, like I said, you're going to look at the stats, and you're going to be over 500. You still have another game next week before the break. Important to win these games at home, isn't it?
Yeah, very. Yeah, it's a good confidence booster at home with all the fans, nice and supportive. So yeah, it's definitely a big win tonight.
All right. Well, you were a big part of it. Your game. I mean, you're one of the commanders out there. You're being that main setter. Your passes have to be on. And how did you feel about your game? And do you feel pressure sometimes?
I feel okay, but never no pressure. Just try and do my own thing, and what happens, happens. And when you start feeling the pressure, that's when you're going to make mistakes. So just try and keep a clear mind.
Well, you certainly did do your job tonight. Congratulations, Nick. Keep this thing going, okay? Hopefully another win next week, and enjoy this one for a couple of days.
Thank you.
All right. There's our player of the game, Nick Kwiatkowski of the St. Clair Saints. You can go to the room, Nick, if you want.
Awesome.
I'm sure you want to get out of this uniform and get
sweaty.
comfortable. But outstanding job by Nick here this evening. And you know what? This team, I said it last week, and I said it on our Saints Sports Show. This team's improving. This team's exciting. Coach Riem and his staff is doing a really good job keeping these guys sharp, competitive, and certainly going in the right direction. So a good victory here for the Saints. We're going to take a break, I'd say about 15 minutes or so, and then we're going to come back with the women's game. Of course, the Sheridan Bruins will be in town. The women, of course, will be always fun to watch. Jimmy L. Turk, the head coach here, a phenomenal job with this team. So always excited to watch the women in battle, and we'll see if they can complete the sweep here of the Sheridan team with the women's game here tonight. Justin Prince, of course, will have the call for you, and We Digital will bring you all the action. So once again, the Saints knock off the Sheridan Bruins on the men's side of things, 3-2, and great victory for them in front of a nice crowd here at the Sportsplex. On behalf of everybody at We Digital, this is Dominic Papa wishing you a great night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you again soon.